So, hello guys. So, we're going to be creating ec2 instance. So, we're going to be solving a problem today. You work for XYZ Corporation. Your corporation works for application, and uh, they require a secure web server on Linux application. First step is to create an instance in North Virginia with an operation system and manage requirement of web server using Amazon Machine Image. So, we're going to go ahead and create launch ec2 instance. I'm going to use the Amazon ec2 Linux. You can always use Ubuntu if you want, but this particular corporation that you're working for requires an ec2 T2 tier. I'm going to only launch one instance. Virtual private cloud is always set to default, subnets enabled, and so we're going to be using general purpose SSD. I'm going to go ahead and create a name for it. It's going to be maybe LinkedIn practice. Configure security. For this one, since we're going to be using internet, we're going to be using port port 80 and port 22 for traffic. So we're going to be installing Apache, and we're going to be updating and also installing HTTPS to be able to connect to the internet. We're going to go ahead and review and launch, and then we're going to launch. When you get to this part, it's called key pair, which is what gives access to the instance that you're creating. If you don't have a key pair, go ahead and create a key pair. And once you're done with that, you're going to have if you download putty, that's what you call a putty gen. I can show you guys real quick. This is what a putty gen looks like. So this is a putty gen. You load it on here and you save it, and then you go ahead and use the key pair. Since I already have it downloaded, I'm going to use this ec2. Going to launch it. Depending on how you guys want to proceed with the instructions, okay. You can always use a putty. Me personally, I like to use git-bash, but I can also use putty as well too. If you guys want me to use putty, I can go ahead for the next. Hello guys, welcome back to the ec2 creation. We're gonna go ahead and proceed by going and accessing our drive. User / owners / downloads. So now we're going to SSH into our key pair from our ec2 that we went ahead and download. So now we're inside our instance currently. Next, what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and update by doing a sudo yum update. I'm going to go ahead and press yes. It's going to go ahead and do its job. We just patiently wait while it's updating. So now that we're done, we're going to go ahead and do sudo yum it. Install our HTTPD. So now we can start talking to our internet. And we're going to put yes. So once we do that, we need to, check on the status of, if our system, if our internet is actually working. So we're going to do sudo system ctl status HTTPD. This lets us know exactly what's going on. And right now, when we look at the active status, it says inactive, which means it's dead. It's not working. So we need to turn it on. I'm going to do sudo system ctl status. Sorry, not status, but start the HTTPD. When we do that, now we can go back to our first message by checking on the system. Now it says that it is running. So once we do that, we actually need to type a message into our web server to let us know that we're actually doing something with our system. So how do we do that? So we're gonna go into the CD drive again, and we're gonna actually do var www/html. So how do we now type into our Apache or our instance to let them know that it's me, that I'm actually the one actually creating this? So you can use sudo, you can use either v or nano, whichever one you want, and then index.html. Once we get into this system, in order to be able to type, we have to press the I function on a keyboard, which is for insert. When we press insert, so now this is if I want to say, this is Michael. See how I can do that real quick? But I want to start off by saying, this is just using some HTML, just using heading 1, by saying, hello world, welcome to my page. And now let's look at the body to address that this is who I am. I can do body. Let's change the color to, background color equals, let's say we want red, for instance. Actually, no, we're not gonna do any color. Let's just make it simple for you guys. Body. So, my name is Michael A, and welcome to my ec2 instance page for LinkedIn that I have created on March 30th, 2020. And then we're going to close our body. So once we're done now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to press escape, the button, and then we're going to press 2 semicolons. It's going to bring it down here, as you can see. Then we're going to press the 2 letters W and Q. Once we do that, we'll press enter. It'll bring us back to this home screen. Now, we've done that. That's the end of this particular tutorial. To the next one. Hello guys, welcome to part 3 of this video. We're going to go ahead and see exactly what we created. But let me go ahead and let you guys know I made a mistake on the last video that I did. I forgot to go ahead and close the header so that it can populate. But in order to see what we've created so far, we're going to click on this public domain name server. That's what it's called for. We're going to go ahead and open up our new tab, and so we can see exactly what we've done. And this is exactly it. Hello world, welcome to my page. My name is Michael A, and welcome to my ec2 instance page for LinkedIn that I've created on March 30th, 2020. So now what we're going to do next is we're going to replicate this exact ec2 instance into another region. So how are we going to do that? The first step we're going to do is we're going to come to our exact ec2 instance that we've created. I'm going to go ahead and click on action. I'm going to go to image. We're going to go ahead and create an image. Let's give our image name. Let's say LI for LinkedIn 1. Image description. This is our image for LinkedIn page. We're going to create our image. So once that is created, we're going to go ahead and come down to, sorry about that, guys. Go ahead and come down to our Amazon machine image. See how it's creating us a file right here for our AMI. This right here, sorry for, it's just my computer, to all my emails and etc. So right now we're just patiently waiting for our documentation for the Amazon machine image to create for us, which is going to take a couple of seconds or maybe a minute. Right now it's in pending state, as you can see. And our goal is to be able to create exactly what we did from which we're in US East 1 North Virginia, and we want to move it into US East the US West region in the Oregon. That's where we're trying to get it to. So we're just patiently waiting currently and seeing. So now that it's done, we go ahead and click on action. So we're gonna go ahead and copy these AMI because we're trying to replicate it in another region. Copy AMI. Destination we're trying to select is US West region, Oregon. The name of it is gonna be exactly the same thing because that's exactly what I want. Description, I just want to leave it the same, but you can or maybe I can always change it to this. Like I said, this is LinkedIn practice region replication, something like that. I'm going to go ahead and copy the AMI. So now that we've copied the AMI to US West region in the Oregon. Hello guys, welcome back. So like I said in the past video, we're going to go ahead and replicate our ec2 instance from the North Virginia into the US West region 2. So we're going to go ahead and go there. So the reason why I went ahead and paused the video again is because I'm just doing increment videos. Once again, when you replicate an instance, it takes a while for it to replicate itself. So that's part of the reason why I went ahead and pause it. So this is our exactly ec2 instance to be replicated over here, and we're gonna go ahead and click on it and see exactly. So now what we're gonna do next is we're gonna click on action. We're gonna launch this ec2 instance here in a region. Same thing again, we're going to use general purpose. So make sure when you click on AMI, you select the actual AMI that you're trying to replicate, which is the old one, or not the old one, but the image that you replicated from the North Virginia region. Go ahead and configure. Add storage. Add tags. Let's see, name, LinkedIn 1. Same thing again. I've already went ahead. So let me see. I need to create another one. I'm gonna add HTTP. LinkedIn I1. LinkedIn I1. We're gonna launch it. like I said again, when you go into another region, it's always gonna, unless you've created another ec2 key pair already in that region, it's always gonna ask you to create an ec2 key pair. Since I already have an existing one, I'm going to do ec2 Oregon, and go ahead and launch it. So now view instance. So we're just gonna patiently wait for the ec2 to populate itself. So also remember, guys, that the fact that so exactly whatever we copied into that ec2 instance in the North Virginia region should be exactly the same thing. So let's go ahead and see if it's going to be the same thing. So let's go ahead and copy and paste what we've done and see. So why is it doing this exactly? So remember when I explained to you guys that you have to with the sudo systemctl status httpd and the start it. So we have to start it again in order for this to work, is basically what I am saying.